watching Pop Goes the Culture on CUTV with me, Rob Young, where each week we're going to be bringing you all the latest hits in film, TV and music, and a culture that literally snaps, crackles and pops. So let's start with the world of film. This week we have a massive movie coming out, one of the biggest of the year, if not the decade, and that is because it is a new film by Steven Spielberg, and if that wasn't enough, Spielberg fans, he's only gone and got Peter Jackson on board to produce the whole thing. And this is, of course, The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. This has been a project that's been in development and around for a long time now, and it's quite special because not only have we got these major players coming together, this is the Avengers of movie making, if you will. Not only that, but it's using the latest motion capture technology to bring Hergé, that's a bit of a French accent for you, he's Belgian, the characters of Hergé to the big screen. So, if you saw Avatar, you would have seen you've got human characters interacting with these motion capture people, and that's the same with Tintin, although the whole thing is done in motion capture, so you've got all the actors getting in these crazy motion suits and moving around, and then all of their movement is picked up by the cameras and it's transferred into the cartoon. It's quite fascinating stuff. So we've got Jamie Bell playing Tintin, Daniel Craig's turning up, Andy Serkis is around, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost will be there. And the reason I'm really excited about this film is not because of the technology, because, I mean, everything's in 3D nowadays and it is becoming a bit tired, but the reason I'm excited is because this is a Spielberg film, it's got Peter Jackson's backing, the music is done by John Williams, so we're going to have a very sweeping, epic score, and it's taking a lot of inspiration, it seems, from those great swashbucklers, you know, Indiana Jones, even maybe hints of The Mask of Zorro or the Mummy series, and I love those kind of big, you know, charming family films. If you do one thing this week, go to the cinema and see Tintin. I think previews are starting this week, but it officially comes out on Friday. Now, there's some big stuff going on in TV this week too. If you're a fan of The Apprentice, but you think, hang on a minute, the people in that Apprentice, they're far too old for me to invest any time or emotional attachment to. I want younger candidates. Well, fear not, because this week we have the return of The Young Apprentice. It was actually previously called The Junior Apprentice, but it's been changed to kind of add gravitas to the show. And this is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant show, because whereas in the adult one, there's a lot of bitching, a lot of backstabbing, and the people are real doofuses. The kids are all of the above, but they've got a slight naivety to them. They're so inexperienced in the world of business that they are just kind of playing up to being the apprentice. And this year I can reveal, last year we had a girl that was on The Apprentice because she had a business where she sold eggs and sweets. And this year I can confirm there is a similar girl, although she only sells eggs. Now I think if I was Alan Sugar, I'd be saying, now, you know, I can see what you're trying to do, selling eggs, but you've got to double your profit margins with the sweets, right? So, with regret, you are fired. Or worse to that effect. I can see it happening now. So Egg Girl will not survive in The Young Apprentice, but do watch it. I think it's 9 o'clock on Mondays. 9 o'clock on Mondays, BBC One. It'll be a cracking show, get involved. Equally, another massive show coming back this week. Next Sunday, 10 PM on E4. What else would you watch on E4 apart from Misfits? It's back for a 3rd season this Sunday, but there are some changes afoot. Robert Sheehan, who is considered to be the breakout star of Misfits, and he's a charming lad, Irish cheeky chappy. He's no longer in the show, he's gone on to bigger and better things. What these bigger and better things are, we don't really know yet. I think he's acting in London at the moment, actually. But yeah, he's not in anymore, so we're kind of thinking, where does Misfits stand without Robert Sheehan? Well, they've got a new guy in, and apparently he's quite good. So I'm not going to reveal anything yet. If you go online, you can watch the trailers for this new series. Where I stand with Misfits is that I watched season 1, thought it was incredible, really honest telling of teenage life, far more honest than Skins, I feel, despite the fact that it's about Asbos with superpowers. And yet, season 2 I felt was borrowing far too heavily from Heroes, borrowing far too heavily from other things that were around at the time, and really, really went downhill. But this potentially could be the season to get it all back on track. So tune in, 10 PM I think it is, E4, next Sunday. And finally, we're going to the world of music. Now, last week I told you about Beyonce's new video, and now, if there's anyone who's not going to be outdone by Beyonce, it's Rihanna. Now, Rihanna's got a track out at the moment with Calvin Harris. It's #1 at the moment. It's called We Found Love. It's an okay song. It's a bit kind of, you know, made for the dance floor, which is something I complained about last week. But it's not bad, and this week she released the video. Now, a lot of controversy around this video because Rihanna went all the way to Northern Ireland to film it, and there was a bit, right, where she was in a field, yeah, and she took her top off, and a farmer saw her boobs, and he complained, and it became like the biggest hate figure in Northern Ireland. So that's the controversy to the video. It turns out we didn't need to worry, because while that shot of Rihanna with her top off, we only see her back, is in it for a split second of the video, which was released this week. We didn't even need to worry, because in place of the boobs, we've got what I would describe as Ofcom's death list of things you do not put in videos. So we've got a bit of groping, there's lots of kissing, thrusting, drugs, dilated pupils, a bit where Rihanna dances on a table in a fish and chip shop. And if that wasn't enough, there's a bit at the end where her boyfriend tattoos things onto her bum. So it really is the kind of it's the Ofcom death list. It's like it's keeping Ofcom in business. And we didn't think that Rihanna would ever be able to top the moment in her video for S&M where she filleted a banana. But it turns out she's done it again. Not a great song, but it's a cracking video, I'll tell you that. Rihanna, get in my life. So that's all we've got for you this week, but do tune in next week where we're going to talk about more crazy goings on in the world of film, music and TV. This has been Pop Goes the Culture on CUTV. I've been Rob Young, you've been in my life, now kindly get out of my life. Thank you, goodbye.
But what did you do? What did you say? Or did you walk or did you run?